Welcome to Daily Wisdom, where every single day we seek to take a piece of God's wisdom and apply that to our everyday life. If you are following along with us, we are using a reading plan found in the Bible app called The Essential Jesus. If you are unfamiliar with the app or the reading plan, you can check the links below in the description here on YouTube, and there's all sorts of information for you there that you can pick that up and follow along with us. The reading plan today asks you to read Jonah, chapters 1 through 4. I know that sounds like a lot, but it's really a short read about a part of Jonah's life where God asks Jonah to travel to the city of Nineveh. Nineveh is in the Assyrian Empire, and it is known as a wicked city, and Jonah has no desire to go there. And so he begins running from God. And all of us know, if God is omniscient, meaning he knows everything and he is all powerful and he is everywhere at the same time, being omnipresent, these parts of God know everything about us and where we're trying to go, even when we try to run from him. Maybe you have been trying to run from God in a certain area of your life. Well, Jonah tries to do this because he does not want to follow God's instruction to go to Nineveh. So he's swallowed by a giant fish, and he lives in that fish and survives for 3 days until finally the fish spits him up on the shore after Jonah submits to God. And finally he makes his way to Nineveh to share this warning with the city and to let them know that they are going to experience God's wrath if they don't change their ways. And you might be asking, since we are studying Jesus and learning more about him, why is this story important and how is it connected to Jesus? Well, that's what we're going to see as we read together here in Daily Wisdom. We're going to see Jesus refer back to this story, and we're going to learn why he does so. So let's jump into our reading together, which is found in Matthew chapter 12, and we're picking up with verse 38. It says, "Then some of the Pharisees and teachers of the law said to him, 'Teacher, we want to see a sign from you.' He answered, 'A wicked and adulterous generation asks for a sign, but none will be given it except for the sign of the prophet Jonah. For as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of a huge fish, so the Son of Man will be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth. The men of Nineveh will stand up at the judgment with this generation and condemn it, for they repented at the preaching of Jonah, and now something greater than Jonah is here.'" So why did Jesus point to Jonah? It's as almost as if he's telling these religious leaders that they are not heeding the message. They're not seeing what's right in front of them. He told them that there is someone among them right now that is far greater than Jonah, carrying a message that is far greater than the message that Jonah carried, and they are missing the message. They are unlike the Ninevites, where the Ninevites, the people of this wicked city, had heard what Jonah said, and they did something called repent. They had a change of heart. They heard the message that Jonah was sharing, heeded the warning, and began to change their ways, avoiding the pain and suffering that Jonah was warning them about. And these religious leaders, for some reason, aren't grasping who's among them. The one that is greater is Jesus himself, and he's carrying a message of hope and healing. But they want to see another miracle. You know, sometimes we want to experience another miracle that God just simply in that moment is not providing us. He's not giving us all the answers that we seek. And when that happens, we desire to have more power and control over our situation, and we want to manage it ourselves, when in reality that situation is unmanageable. It's only God's power that can work in the moment. Yet we don't surrender ourselves so quickly, do we? Sometimes we are like those religious leaders that Jesus had encountered that day. And here is what Jesus is saying is, look, the message that's here for you to apply to your life is to completely surrender to him, to realize the one who is with us. And here's how we can apply this to our life today. Maybe there's a part of your heart that you haven't completely surrendered to God. Maybe your desire to control a situation has blinded you from experiencing the hope and healing that Jesus offers. And so what I'd ask you to do in your time as you meditate on these words that we've read together today is ask God to reveal that to you, and then ask him how you should move forward past that barrier between you and him. What is it that you need to surrender to him today? That's today's Daily Wisdom. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, hit that thumbs up button. That'll help others to see it. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please consider doing so. That'll make sure that you don't miss a single moment where we read together and discover more wisdom that we can apply to our everyday life. We'll see you tomorrow.